All right, guys, sorry, I'm going to repeat just the first step so that my recording is actually complete. All right, so in this class, we're going to do n8n, so this guy right here. And n8n is like an automation tool, and we're going to install it on the server. Okay, so if I go to the guide, there's going to be commands that you need to install. So the first line is to install the Node.js runtime, because this software run on JavaScript and you need the runtime for it. So I already did it. If I do it again, let's do it like this. Okay, it's already installed, right? And once it's installed, you need to run the second line. The second line is going to refresh the list of available software in the server. And now I can type nvm. Okay. Okay, let me just go through another, another command. So another command is to install the actual runtime. So nvm install 22 is called the version 22 of Node.js. Okay, so let me just do that right here. So right now, the Node.js, the current version is called version 22. Okay, so that's the thing. Like next year, if you come to run this command, it's probably gonna update the latest version. So right now we're using 22. Okay, so we installed it and then we are using it. So there is a difference between installing and using. Okay, so I'm using 22. Okay. So once you ran 4 commands, okay, you should be able to run this command node-v. Okay, so check with me. If you ran node-v, you should be able to see 22. Okay, so that means that you're good to go. Okay, so verify with me if that is the case. Okay. Oh, okay, you're good? All right, very good. Okay, do you need some help?
No, it told me didn't install it.
Oh, yeah, you have to install 22 first, yeah. Yep, that's right. Okay, and once you're done, this is fun time. It's actually fun time for me too, because I want to see if, like, what happens if you guys install it at the same time. Like, will my computer actually crashes? Okay, so let's try it. So this is a command to install the actual software. So npm is the package manager that comes with Node.js. Okay, that's cool. Just run it. Okay, this thing is going to take some time and also might take some resources. So it will be interesting if it's going to work when you all do it at once. I want to see the server, if my server load is actually going to crash or not. So let me just monitor it too, okay? Okay, let's see if mine's going to break. Actually, it's not that bad. Okay, so this one, just let it do its thing. Actually, it takes some time, but actually it's not that bad, so it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool.อันนี้พี่แก้ปัญหาเรื่องเน็ตได้ยังครับแก้โดยใช้เน็ตตัวเองอ๋อโอเคโอเค
แต่มันก็ยังหลุดบ่อยครับแต่ไม่เป็นไรครับผมมาถึงตรงนี้แล้วจ้ะเหลือ n8n ที่
อ้าวแต่นี้มันก็ยัง
หลุดอยู่ครับ
อ้าวเหรอ
ถ้าหลุดแล้วคนนี้เข้าไปใหม่ก็ตามอาการทันครับ
น่าสนใจเนาะว่าทำไมมันหลุดเนาะ
ผมไปดูแล้วไอ้ตัวโน้ตบุ๊กรุ่นนี้มันมีปัญหาที่การ์ด Wi-Fi ครับ Wi-Fi บลูทูธมีปัญหาหมดเลยครับ
อ๋อ
ต้องเอาไปเคลมเปลี่ยนการ์ดมันใหม่
โอเคแต่นี่มันไวการ์ดหลุดนะพี่
ครับ
ถ้ามันโฮสต์ไม่ได้เจอแบบว่าไวการ์ดหลุดหรือว่าเน็ตหลุดอะบางอย่าง
ไวการ์ดมีอยู่ครับไวการ์ดที่ผมไม่ได้
คือไวการ์ดบางทีมันหลุดโดยที่เราไม่รู้นะครับที่ลอง deactivate ใหม่แล้ว deactivate แล้ว activate ใหม่ก็ได้ครับเนี่ยมันบอกว่ามันหาไม่เจอพี่เนี่ยactivate ใหม่ก็ได้ครับบางทีมันไม่รู้ครับว่ามันหลุด
ที่มีเขาเบ่ง
น่าสนใจ Okay, so for me, it's still installing, by the way, for me. Okay, take you some time. Yeah. So for you, do you have your own laptop?
No.
No. Okay. So it's gonna be quite. Do you have access to desktop at home?
Yeah.
Okay. So you have to do this. So if you do this here, you have to replicate that at your home.
Okay.
So I don't know if you need my help. Let me know. Okay. Because it's.
I see that you're recording. Can you send
I have all the recordings, but okay. So let me know. Okay. Because if you miss one line, it doesn't work. Like usually, it's better if you like have laptop and then I can see the error. But let me know. Okay. Let me know. Okay. It doesn't work. Okay. รันอยู่นะโอเคอ๋อของพี่รันเสร็จแล้วเหรอครับโอเคเรียบร้อยทำไมรันเสร็จก่อนล่ะinteresting อ๋อหมายถึงว่าเครื่องผมช้านะโอเคผมมีหลายตัวอันนี้ยังไม่ไปเนาะแต่ตอนนี้พี่มีเน็ตไหมครับตอนนี้พี่มีเน็ตอยู่ไหมครับเข้าเน็ตได้ไหมมีเน็ตอยู่เนาะปิงสมมติว่าปิงส่วนใหญ่ที่ผมทองนะก็คือปิง 1.1.1 ก่อนว่ามีเน็ตก่อนไหมเนาะ 1.1.1 ปิงอันแรกก่อนนะโอเคมีเน็ตต่อมาปิง 10.66 ได้ไหมครับ 10.66.66.1 ไม่หาตัวนี้หาตัวนี้ไม่เจอแสดงว่าเพราะว่ามันยังไม่ได้เข้าไวการ์ดโอเคงั้นเข้าใจละเนี่ยคือตอนนี้มันต่อไวการ์ดไม่ได้ครับนี่คือสาเหตุครับเนี่ยถ้าปิงตัวนี้ไม่ได้แสดงว่าตอนนี้ไอ้ connection VPN ไม่ work มันจะเข้าเซิร์ฟเวอร์ไม่ได้ครับต้องไวการ์ดคือต้องทำให้มัน work ก่อนครับ
ที่ไวการ์ดผมมี2 อันนี้ไอ้ตัวใหม่ล่าสุดในการให้
ต้องเอาอันเก่าก็ลองดูก็ได้ครับมาลองดูไม่ได้เนาะอยู่ที่บ้านทำได้ไหมครับ
ที่บ้านยังไม่เคยลอง
ไม่ลองเนาะโอเค
ตอนนั้นผมมาลองลงมาเรียผมก็มาลองลงที่ห้องสมุดที่บ้านนะครับได้อยู่ครับ
ได้อยู่นะอันนี้เป็นไวการ์ดครับถ้าอันนี้ไม่ใช่เน็ตแล้วเน็ตใช้ได้แต่ว่าต่อไวการ์ดไม่ได้ครับแปลกว่ะแปลกว่ะไม่แน่ใจ2อันนี้ต่างกันยังไงครับพี่มันเหมือนกันนี่
อันที่2อาจารย์ให้มาใหม่
มันมี listen port ด้วยนะอันนี้ผมไม่แน่ใจเหมือนกันอันนี้เหมือนตัวเซิร์ฟเวอร์เลยนี่มันเหมือนกันนะมันเหมือนกันครับโอเคแต่ตัวแรกก็ไม่ได้
ตอนแรกผมได้ PM อะไรไม่รู้ครับอาจารย์เปลี่ยนให้
โอเคไม่แน่ใจครับเดี๋ยวผมขอมา figure out อีกทีนะโอเคfor me it's not even done yet that's kind of strange โอเคงั้นเดี๋ยวของเราเสร็จแล้วมันผมช้าสุดวะเศร้างั้นดูแล้วเพราะว่า okay so I have many server so I guess this one is the slowest one maybe yeah I suggest งั้นเดี๋ยวผมขอนั่งได้ไหมครับขอดูokay while I'm waiting for this one I can help him okayต่อได้แสดงว่าตอนนี้เป็นปัญหาที่ตัวไวการ์ดเซิร์ฟเวอร์ไม่ใช่ของพี่นะเพราะนั้นเอาใหม่เดี๋ยวผมลองทำใหม่ทั้งหมดเลยเดี๋ยวลบให้หมดเลยไม่ใช่อันนี้ เนี่ยได้ละงงจริงเหรอได้แล้วครับ
โปรเข้าไปได้
ไม่รู้เหมือนกันครับงงมากว่าทำไมถึงต้องสร้างใหม่ด้วยนะไม่เข้าใจเลยครับ
รายการนะครับ
ไม่รู้พี่ฝากไปลองที่บ้าน
ครับ
แล้วดูว่ามันยังเป็นเหมือนเดิมหรือเปล่า ผมจะได้ลองดีบักได้เนาะตอนนี้ผมไม่แน่ใจว่ามันเกิดขึ้นเพื่ออะไรครับ
ผมลองเข้าจากที่บ้านดูนะครับ
ต้องลองจากที่บ้านแล้วบอกผมหน่อยนี่ได้แล้วครับ Okay, so mine is done. Yay. Okay, so actually it went much smoother than I thought. And then my server, it's not even, yeah, it's fine. Okay, very cool. All right, so actually, surprisingly, this is done. All right, you can see that when you go up the scale, then usually the installation is, I guess, less daunting than the PHP stuff, right? Okay, so here's the thing. Before you run, okay, you need to set up some options. And again, when you run thing on server, setting up option, it's either you set it on the file called the config file, like for the Nginx, or you can set up what's it called the environment variable. Okay, so let me show you. If you were to run this, okay, just run it. Oh, but before you run it, please change this into something that corresponds to what you have. Okay, I guess this one is not too critical, but let's just change it anyway, shall we? So I'm going to copy it here. The only thing I have to change is actually your server name. Okay, so because this one, I get it to be PMX, right? So for me, it will be PM3 CT161. So change it to your server accordingly. Okay. I guess it's kind of critical. Okay, so you should change it. If you're not, then it doesn't work. Okay. Okay, once you're done, I'm going to copy the whole thing. Right, so make sure that this one's correct. Okay, this one's going to be the one that I show you to try before. Okay, but you can change it. Okay, copy and then paste it onto your server. Okay, like that. Okay, so what this command does is it set up some option for the program to use. For example, let's check one thing real quick, right? For example, if you run this command, there are 5 variables that get defined. For example, if I were to check if n8n port is actually 5, 6, 7, 8 or not, I can do this command called echo. Echo means that just inspect something. And then the variable should always begin with the $ n8n underscore port. Okay? If you see something like this, that means that you have set up the environment variable correctly. Okay? Like in Linux, right? Sometimes we need to do this. Okay? It's kind of there are many ways to do. That's kind of confusing about the Linux stuff, right? But if you can verify that you actually set up the environment variable correctly, then you can proceed. Hopefully you did, okay? And this is how easy to run that software. Just type it in, n8n. That's all. That's it. Pretty cool, right? All right, so where is it? You can copy whatever this is, or actually this is just a link that you just type it in, right? You can even just do control and click. And there you go. You're done. Is that cool? Okay, so let me just show you this. This one is actually, if you were to pay the company for your service, you would get the same thing. This is actually the same thing, right? But now you're running on your local server, which is completely free, right? And then you own everything. Like you don't have to rely on the external service anymore. You run it on your own, okay? So that's how you do it. So yeah, you can go ahead and do your own sign up thing. Keep in mind that this is yours, right? This is not even owned by the company anymore, right? Okay, so yeah, please sign up. Okay, just use email and whatever. Just yeah, as if this is a regular service, okay? Gmail ปกติได้เลยครับเหมือนเว็บปกติเลยครับ And again, remember your password, all right? Please do not forget it. Although, I mean, if you forget your password, it's pretty easy because you own everything. You can just reinstall the whole thing again. But that's kind of painful, right? I keep misspell my password. Okay, and you should be, greeting with some questionnaire. Just answer it anywhere. It doesn't really matter because it's actually on, like this software is on your server. So this information is not going to be doing anything. Just pick whatever, okay? And get started, okay? And when it asks you to to pay, just skip, okay? Don't have to pay. But keep in mind that this software, there are two versions. There are the free version, it's called the community version, and also the enterprise version. And as you play around with this, you're going to see that some of the features are actually blocked by the software key. So if you want the full feature, you need to buy the license. But as I explore things, I think you can get around a lot without just a community version. Okay, and then there are actually like people creating more add-on to this software for free. So I'm sure you can get around by a lot. Okay. So if you're here, then yeah, congratulations. You install something on your own, right? Okay, let me just show you this too, because remember that this one is actually running on your server. This is going from the outside, but there's nothing preventing you from going between the VPN network. So let's try that just for the learning sake, okay? If I were to go to my local link, local URL, so for me, it would be this thing right here, okay? Like for you, it will be different, right? I'm going to go to this URL, .local, right? But then I'm going to do the port called 5678. I want you to try this. I want you to go here. So type something like this, but on your name, your server name, on the web browser to see what happened. And you should see the same thing, pretty much, maybe. Yep, right? You see it? And the reason that it works, like, this is just a .local, right? The reason that it works is that because you're in the VPN server, so any name that you type in here, it's actually accessible because you are in this, as if you were connected through the wired, right? So you can connect through this link, .local, but then once you're outside the VPN network, you're at home, then as long as if you're not connected to the VPN network, then you have to use the public URL. I mean, which I don't recommend using this link though, because it's kind of, it will break some of the functionality in the program. It relies on the fact that you are on that public URL, okay, as you will see later on. Okay, so this software, you should only be accessible from the public URL. That will be the best way. Although, I mean, you can do from here, okay? All right, so there is actually one more thing that's still a problem, okay? Try this with me, okay? See this terminal? It's still running, okay? If it's running, meaning that there's some like blinking cursor right here, so that means that there are processes which tie to this terminal, okay? If I were to close this terminal, or even if I were to stop this program, okay? When you want to stop the program, you can do Control and C cat. Try with me right now, Control and C, okay? When I do Control and C, right, it's going to say stopping it, right? And then if you go back to your public URL or even the local URL, you're going to find out very soon that your software stopped working. Yeah, right? Stop working. If I go here again, it's going to say bad gateway again. So this is a problem, right? Because you don't want to be keeping that terminal running, right? If you want to run it again, yeah, you can certainly just type in n8n and run it again. And then if you go back to your public URL, it will work again. although this is kind of cumbersome, right? You don't want to be running this all the time like this. Like even if like you close your laptop right now, your software will stop working from the public URL. So this is not what we want, right? We want things to run on the background. So that's what the other part of the installation come in. You're going to make sure that your server always run this software. Whenever you start a server, doesn't matter if you connect it or not, it will always running. Okay? So that is the, so if you have it running, please stop it first. I'm going to do Control C again. I want to stop it. Make sure it's stopped, okay? That's where these parts come in, right here. Supervisor, okay? So supervisor is kind of like a, I would say like easier software to work with instead of the normal Linux system background processes, right? So actually you already did something like this before with, for example, Nginx. So Nginx, when you install it, it automatically tied itself to the background services of the server, and it kind of runs things automatically for you, right? You don't have to do anything. It already did all of that for you. But for this, you have to do it yourself. And if I were to do that with the kind of like vanilla background process in Linux, it's kind of complicated. So people come up with this a little application called Supervisor. It's basically help you run the software in the background in an easier way. And I mean that in the code because it's actually not that easy, but it's actually easier. Okay, so yeah. So here's what you need to do. You need to install this little software. So first line, like that, go. And then password as usual. Okay, so once you install it, you should be able to try. For example, I can do sudo supervisor ctl status. Maybe I can do this -v. No, that doesn't work. Okay, so just maybe like this, sudo supervisor ctl status. So if you run something like this and it's it doesn't give you error, then you're good to go. That means you already have the what's it called, the command line interface version of it. Okay. I'm sure you should be fine with this. Okay. And the next step is we're going to have to configure something. And again, when you configure something, is usually you have to write something in the configuration file, and this is where it should be. Although I already figured it out for you. So again, nano, right, text editor, is going to this etc, always this etc folder for the configuration things. And the software called supervisors, and then the actual configuration file called n8n. I came up with this myself though. There's no universal name on it, okay? I got the file open, right? And again, you're going to be copying this stuff in here. But before you do that, make sure that you have the URL set correctly. Again, if you copy into your notepad or whatever, you're going to see that there is this part right here that you need to fix. This thing has to be your public URL, okay? So for me, it's going to be PM3 CT161. Okay, that's it. So if you fix this already, then you can copy the whole thing. Okay, so make sure you copy the right portion, okay? And you're going to paste it in like this. Okay, this one needs to go down. Okay, just paste it in. So it should look like this with your correct public URL, okay? And again, let me just point it out to see what's happening here, okay? So it's essentially running this thing. This is what happened when you run n8n just a moment ago. It's actually behind the scene. It was calling this thing, okay? So I'm saying that, okay, when you are, like when the server start or just, when the system starting, just run this program in the background. With this environment variable, like you remember we just copied it in just a moment ago too. Now I'm just pasting everything in so that the system has the right option when it's running, okay? All right, so the moment of truth, let's just make sure, let's activate this thing, shall we? So copy 3 lines in here. and just paste it in and enter, and you're done. That's all. That's all you had to do. And then if everything goes correctly, then you should be no. Okay. So this is a new version. So what the error was saying that it cannot find whatever this is. So I need to check because I think the Node version manager actually changes. Okay, so one thing real quick. Okay, version. It's a good exercise because this thing changed. Yeah, that's it. Okay, so guys, you need to do this. Whenever you see 22.18, you need to change into 22.19 because it has changed from the last time that I prepared this for you. Okay, so we're gonna go back to this command one more time, this thing one more time. And we're gonna go back to change anything with 22.18, it's gonna be 22.19. Okay, so like that, right? I'm gonna change here because there's already one version upgrade to the Node.js runtime. So that's the part that needs to be fixed. Okay, so it does require some babysitting, right? This thing always throw me error, but as long as you know what it is, you can always fix it. Okay. Oh yeah, that's one above. Good catch. Thank you. Yep. Okay, that's two of them. All right, so let's cross our finger and hopefully we can make it work. So I'm going to go back to the last three lines again and try to activate it. If it doesn't throw me any error, I'm good to go. Yes, I'm done. Okay, and then you can check something real quick by saying that something like this, sudo. Okay, let me just go back to my home. Okay, sudo supervisor ctl status. Okay, so this command, you can use it to inspect whether n8n is running. Okay, so that's kind of like this is kind of similar to what we did before, like systemctl, but this one is supervisor ctl. So just a little bit different. It's doing the same thing, but with a different command line. That's all. Okay. So once this is done, you can rest assured that no matter what, your software is always going to be running. So you can now go back to your n8n and enjoy. There you go. Now you're good to go. Okay, and this is going to be the other homework that I want you to explore. Although this is going to be much more fun in terms of like usability and something that you can actually use. Okay.เกิดอะไรขึ้นครับพี่ไม่ลบใหม่หมดเลยครับมันพิมพ์เข้าไปไม่ได้อ๋อทำไมล่ะครับแล้วต้องY ก่อน Y แล้วก็ Enter โอเคครับแล้วก็3บรรทัดสุดท้ายครับนั่นแหละครับหาไม่เจอครับต้องเปลี่ยนเป็น19ก่อนครับพี่เดี๋ยวผมทำให้นี่ครับไม่แน่ใจครับพี่ไม่ได้เปลี่ยนครับเปลี่ยนได้ครับง่ายๆนี่ไงฮะเลยเปลี่ยนเป็น19ก่อนครับ Okay, and that's good because I need. Okay.
Is it exit like STP?
Control S and Control X. That's right. Okay.
Control S is safe.
Safe. Yes. อย่าลบอย่างนั้นครับลบโอเคน้องแผ่นเชนนะโอเคลองดู3บรรทัดสุดท้ายใหม่ครับไปแล้วนี่โอเคเยี่ยมครับ19อย่าลืม19เฮ้ยอะไรเนี่ยนี่19ออกไปแล้วโอเคงั้นด้วยเซฟครับเซฟ Ctrl S Ctrl X เรา3บรรทัดสุดท้ายเรียบร้อยครับเสร็จโอเค good to go alright okay
I need to change something in the version, right?
you need to change to 19
Here?
anything with 18
19.
yeah and the one on top too
And I need to edit it like
okay so I think might be better just edit the software directly edit so It's going to be that line from my guide. Keep going up, not that one. It's a pseudo nano. That one. And yeah, you fix that one. I think you have to use a arrow key. Okay, Control S, X, yep. And then the last line, 3 lines, the last 3 lines, yeah, that one. Okay, good to go. All right, so let me go through the basic of this software real quick, shall we? Before we maybe take some breaks, and then maybe I can help you during the break. Okay, I'll get you set up so that you can come with me. Okay. So maybe it's a good idea. Let's take some 10 minutes break while I help the other person. All right, and I'll be back.